Recently, I put a polyurethane trans mount in this Camaro, and today we're going to go ahead and put in polyurethane motor mounts.
In case y'all didn't know, this is an absolute nightmare of a job. Looks like the AC compressor's in the way of the passenger side one, and the alternator's in the way of the driver.
First up, we got to put fluid in my ghetto jack. Been using this Bars stop leak jack oil, and it's not stopping the leak.
If you have an old jack that leaks down, go ahead and take the cover plate off. There should be a screw on top of the hydraulic cylinder that you can take out and add oil to. Before you start wrenching on the engine mounts, you're going to go ahead and support your oil pan with a jack and a piece of wood. We've now got all 8 bolts out of the motor mount down there. There are 4 on the block side, or 13 millimeters, 4 on the K-member side were 15 millimeters, and I also pulled the starter out. The starter was held in with 2 15s. Oh, and in case I didn't mention, terrible job. This is absolutely miserable. I should have just waited until I pulled the motor out of the car. This is our passenger side engine mount out of the car. Super rusty and nasty looking. Some of the bolts are really hard to get out because of it, especially these bottom 2. I'm going to take a punch now and smack all these rivets in the center to start my drill. All right, we're about to throw this thing together real quick. We've got the lower part here. As you can see, the kind of curvature part is up toward the top. The metal part sticking out of this bushing goes this way relative to that. So the metal part out this way, curves out up top. Then we'll just sit this on there, and we're going to throw the bolts in real quick. It's advisable, though, to put a little bit of grease on this thing. That way it can seat. All right, guys, we got it together now. Couple special notes. Make sure you put the bolts up to the bottom and the washers go on the top. This is what it should look like. The metal tang should be sticking out the back, and the curvature of this thing should be at the top relative to that. I scraped up my little paint job, but looks like I didn't scrape through the metal, so we're good there. I greased this thing with some high temp grease to let it settle. Quick check in, both polyurethane mounts are in. I had to drop the starter off this side. I put the bolts in from the back on both sides. That way I didn't have to take the front accessories off when I remove it again. On this side, I ended up taking the lower standoff apart as well. Over on the driver's side, I ended up taking the alternator out of the front. I still put the bolt into the back, but it was a pain in the ass with this steering column, I'm not even gonna lie.